After an off-season filled with blockbuster trade proposals and rampant speculation, the word is in: LeBron James is staying with the Los Angeles Lakers. But according to a new report from The Athletic, he returns to a team and a role unlike any he's ever known in his legendary 22-year career. The context for this confirmation is crucial. For months, the NBA world has been buzzing with possibilities, fueled by a statement from his agent Rich Paul about evaluating what's best for LeBron at this stage of his life and career. This led to a flurry of theoretical trades, sending James everywhere from Dallas to Cleveland. However, the latest report states that no trade or buyout discussions have occurred between James and the Lakers, and the all-time leading scorer is fully expected to report to training camp this fall. There has been no indication that he wants to leave. The impact of this decision is twofold. Financially, James has already opted into his $52.6 million player option for the upcoming season. The sheer size of this contract makes any trade difficult due to salary matching rules, and the Lakers are reportedly hesitant to take on other massive, long-term deals. This makes a one-year run the most logical path. But the biggest impact is on the court. For the first time in his career, LeBron James will enter a season as a definitive second option, following the Lakers' stunning acquisition of Luka Doncic in a trade last February. The keys to the franchise have officially been handed over. Analytically, this creates one of the most fascinating dynamics in the entire league. The Lakers are no longer a team built around LeBron. They are a team where LeBron is arguably the most overqualified and dominant complementary piece in NBA history. With Doncic shouldering the primary scoring and playmaking load, James can transition into a less physically demanding role, preserving his body for a deep playoff run while still leveraging his unparalleled basketball IQ. His averages of 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists last season prove he is far from slowing down, making this duo incredibly potent on paper. Looking ahead, the future is crystal clear for Los Angeles. It is championship or bust. With James on an expiring contract and Doncic at the helm, this season is a high-stakes test of their new superstar pairing. If it succeeds, the Lakers have a clear path forward. If it fails, James's massive salary comes off the books next summer, giving the front office total flexibility to rebuild around Luka. For LeBron personally, he enters his record 23rd season, continuing his assault on the history books and chasing a 5th ring in a completely new capacity. Can a partnership between Luka Doncic and LeBron James bring another banner to Los Angeles? Or is this a clash of titans waiting to happen? Let us know your predictions in the comments. One thing is now certain. LeBron James isn't just returning for another season. He's embarking on the final, fascinating chapter of his career. Not as the undisputed king, but perhaps as the most powerful kingmaker the league has ever seen. A controversial new player ranking has just reopened the rawest wound in recent NBA history, forcing a new look at the blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic to Los Angeles. Bleacher Report's list of the top 100 players of all time has placed Anthony Davis at number 45, a full 12 spots ahead of his trade counterpart, Luka Doncic, who landed at 57, reigniting the fierce debate over one of the league's most shocking transactions. Let's rewind to the trade that stunned the NBA world. The Dallas Mavericks sent their franchise cornerstone Luka Doncic to the Lakers in exchange for a package centered around Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a future first-round pick. At the time, the move was widely seen as a massive, inexplicable loss for Dallas. Now, this new ranking adds a complex and frustrating layer for Mavericks fans, while giving the Lakers yet another reason to celebrate their monumental acquisition. The breakdown from Bleacher Report highlights a classic debate: proven production versus historic potential. Anthony Davis's ranking at 45 is justified by a long career as arguably the most productive two-way big man of the modern era. The report cites his unique statistical achievements, averaging over 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks, and his role as a high-level defensive anchor on a championship team. His placement is a nod to a full body of work. In contrast, Doncic's ranking at 57 is based almost entirely on a historically unprecedented start to his career. He is the only player ever to earn 5 first-team All-NBA selections by age 24. The ranking praises his elite scoring and passing, but also acknowledges the unfilled spots on his resume, and the very concerns about injuries and conditioning that led Dallas to make the trade in the first place. Analytically, this list perfectly frames the Lakers' gamble. They traded a player in Davis who has already built a Hall of Fame-worthy resume for a player in Doncic whose trajectory is aimed at the absolute highest echelons of the sport. The ranking suggests that while AD is the better player today based on career accomplishments, Luka's potential is so immense that his placement at 57 already feels temporary. It validates the Lakers' strategy of trading established greatness for a chance at transcendent, franchise-altering history. This brings us to the future, where the paths of these two players will be forever linked by this trade and this list. For Doncic, the mission is clear. If he secures an MVP award or leads the Lakers to a championship, he won't just pass Davis on this list. He will skyrocket the rankings, cementing the trade as an all-time heist. For Davis, the challenge is far steeper. The only way to salvage the trade's legacy for Dallas is to win a title. But with a narrow window and co-star Kyrie Irving now recovering from a major ACL injury, that path looks more difficult than ever. The debate is no longer just about who won the trade, but about who will ultimately win the test of time. Where do you stand on this? Was Bleacher Report right to rank a proven champion, and AD ahead of a young phenom like Luka? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Ultimately, this ranking is more than just a number. It's a living scoreboard for a trade that will define two franchises and two legacies for the next decade. One is fighting to solidify his place among the greats, while the other is on a mission to redefine what greatness even means.